friends and followers, and welcome to my front room and welcome back to another video about bugs and entomology. Today we're going to differ a bit from my previous content about the hornworms and dive more into my mealworm content. Right here I have a mealworm bin with about, I think, 43 or so mealworms, and we are going to dive into their larval stages, pupa stages, and finally their darkling beetle stages. Can't wait to get into it with you. This is my insect shelving unit. There is a little bit of detritus from the egg crates and such, but what I want to pay attention to is my mealworm bin. So inside this bin, I have a bunch of mealworms. I started with about, I think, 56, but now most have pupated or unfortunately died off. So I'm left with about 43, which is still a very good number. And today I'm going to bring you along to find some mealworm pupa. They pop up about a few every day, and it's my job to put them into the pupa bin. Here's one right now. Let's see if I can get it into better lighting to show you all. They have this head at the top, which is obviously a remnant of the mealworm head. And right along the sides are the torso right there. You can probably see a bit of ridges, which is where the mealworm beetle's legs are going to be. They're still responsive, as you can see. This one will fight against me. I don't like to antagonize them too much just because it could potentially cause them harm. Here is my mealworm bin. I have quite a few. I believe last I counted I have 13. And from the mealworm pupa bin, we have the darkling beetles. These are the final stages of the mealworm. They pupate into darkling beetles, and from then they burrow down into the soil and find mates to have eggs with. The females will burrow into the soil, lay their eggs, and after a few weeks the clumps of eggs will hatch and turn into larvae, which will eventually become big enough to be sold as mealworms, or taken away to pupate into darkling beetles like these ones have. There are a few that are a bit tannish brown in color. That's simply because they have newly pupated into darkling beetles. I have about 5 darkling beetles as of right now, and there are, I think, 4 pupa who are about to pupate into darkling beetles. You can tell when they're about to pupate into darkling beetles because their torso will become quite a bit darker, almost brown in color. Like this one right here. Let me see if I can get it on camera. Right there. Its head and torso is becoming quite brown, and you can almost see the indents of legs. So I can guarantee that I will be having a new mealworm beetle in a day or two. Thank you so much for joining me on this pupa hunt today. If you like this content, please consider liking and following for more content exactly like this. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, please leave them in the comment section below. Thanks again. Bye-bye.